Now on CoastTV News.
Building for the future, how the Millsboro Police Department says it plans to use its new station to achieve its goals for the town.
Cars driving in Milton, why the town wants DelDOT to install a sign to give drivers a heads up on flooding.
People enjoying the boardwalk in Bethany Beach, but the mayor says a hold on a Back Bay study could hurt this way of life.
And the temps are about to bounce around like a ping pong ball this week. I'll just show you just how high up and down things are actually going to end up before it's all said and done.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Signs of progress for a new police station in Millsboro. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Mallory Metzner, and welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with the future of the new Millsboro Police Station.
Construction workers are building a new police station for the Millsboro Police Department. And the new building on Railroad Avenue extended and Ellis Street, the department says that cost $7 million of town and state funding to build. CoastTV reporter Britt Leone takes us to Millsboro to learn how the department plans to use the new building to achieve its goals for the future to come.
A bulldozer picks up another pile of dirt to curb a parking lot outside a new police station in Millsboro.
Right now, the structure of the building is done.
Chief of Millsboro Police Brian Calloway says this is a long time coming.
This process started in 2017 with a plan and a piece of paper.
This new building is about 13,000 square feet, more than double the size of the current station. The current building was a post office, and Chief Calloway says it was never designed to be a police station. Calloway says the new building will provide more space for positions that are all hands on deck.
You may be one day the traffic guy that goes out and has to enforce speeding tickets. But then the next day you may be the guy that's the counselor to that small child that doesn't want to go to school that day. That is important.
Calloway says the building will have separate offices for different departments, a private office for its victim services advocate, larger officer quarters, and more cells.
One of the additions Calloway is most excited about is this training facility room. It's going to be open for local organizations to book and host meetings for the public. Calloway also says it'll help the police department get to know the community better and meet its long-term goals.
Calloway believes this building will help recruit new officers and serve the growing community.
Years ago when I started, people looked at Millsboro as only a stepping stone. Well, I hope this building is people look for a career.
Planting the seeds for those with a passion to protect and serve.
Chief Calloway says he's hopeful that his team will move into the new building on January 1st of 2024. He's also optimistic that this new station will spark interest for people interested in joining the police force to apply and help serve the community of Millsboro. In Millsboro, I'm Britt Leone, CoastTV News.
Chief Calloway says the new station will also have a basketball court donated by the town.
New today, former President Donald Trump took the witness stand in his $250 million civil fraud trial in New York. Laura Aguirre shows us how his testimony quickly became a sparring match with the judge and condemnation of the legal process.
Even before the gavel fell in former President Donald Trump's New York civil fraud trial Monday, the tone was set.
I am certain that he will engage in name-calling and taunts and race baiting.
These are political operatives that I'm going to be dealing with right now. You have a racist attorney general who made some terrible statements.
Once media cameras left the courtroom and Trump took the stand, it didn't take long for questioning to get heated as Trump was pressed to defend his organization's financial dealings, including how it evaluated the worth of his expansive real estate portfolio. Amid several argumentative exchanges, the judge directed the former president to keep his answers concise. Reporters inside the courtroom say Trump called the attorney general names several times and the trial a political witch hunt. At one point, the judge told the Trump defense team, "If you can't control him, I will." As adversarial answers mounted, the judge threatened to remove the former president from the witness stand. And if he did, he'd draw every negative inference that he could from Trump's behavior. This case is particularly personal for Trump because it questions his reputation as a real estate billionaire. New York's attorney general, who is often attacked by Trump and the press, says math, not name-calling, will ultimately decide this case.
The only thing that matters are the facts and the numbers. And numbers, my friends, don't lie.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
This case also has real consequences for the Trump organization's ability to stay in business in New York, with Attorney General Letitia James seeking to bar Mr. Trump from making future deals in the state and to dissolve his companies.
New polling from the New York Times and Siena College shows President Biden falling behind former President Trump in some key swing states. The president trailing Trump in 5 of 6 battleground states that helped him win the election in 2020. Biden is behind in Nevada, Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, ahead in Wisconsin. Trump's ongoing criminal cases may be a major factor, though. The poll found roughly 6% of voters across those states would switch from Trump to Biden if Trump is convicted. That's a big enough swing to reinsure Biden's reelection.
And this brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know if you think President Biden will win re-election. Let's take a look at the results.
Take a look at your screen. So far, pretty mixed here. 42% say yes, he will win re-election. 42% say no, but 16% say it's just simply too early to tell.
That's right, and if you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttvnews.com or on our mobile app.
Speaking of President Biden, over the weekend, the president was here along the coast at his Rehoboth Beach home. He went to church on Saturday, seen here, stayed home on Sunday. And despite the quiet weekend, you might have noticed a little bit of ruckus. A civilian aircraft violated temporary flight restrictions Saturday morning. A Coast Guard helicopter escorted that aircraft away. The president's only sighting in Rehoboth was right here at St. Edmund's Church.
New today, President Biden met with Amtrak workers in Newcastle County ahead of a speech announcing more than $16 billion in funding to improve America's busiest rail line. The money will fund upwards of 24 projects, including repairing aging bridges and tunnels in need of replacement. The town of Milton is asking DelDOT to install a water on roadway sign on Cave Neck Road near Front Street. Additionally, the town of Milton is asking DelDOT to enter a right-of-way agreement with them to allow the town to use it on the state-run road. CoastTV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman shows us why the town is asking for this.
Maddie Mallory, this is the area where the town of Milton wants DelDOT to install a foldable water and roadway sign for use by town staff when there is flooding on Union Street and Front Street. Right now, when there is flooding on those streets, there is road closure signage placed within town limits. But drivers who head into town from Cave Neck Road, a DelDOT maintained roadway, to Front Street discover at that point that they cannot proceed and must reroute, making it a lot more difficult for larger truck traffic since there is nowhere to turn around. We spoke to one person who says how beneficial this will be.
With a sign being up there a lot further before they get this far, that would be really convenient for everyone. You know, less traffic and less being lost.
Milton Town Council will present a resolution for this tonight at a 6:30 p.m. meeting. In Milton, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
In traffic news, DelDOT announced Central Avenue and Laurel will be closed between Market Street and Front Street beginning Thursday, November 16th for sinkhole repair. That work will go on until Friday, January 5th.
We are taking a live look outside into Rehoboth Beach with our Boardwalk Plaza camera. Already dark out tonight, so let's check in with our First Alert meteorologist, Paul Williams, to see what the weather brings tonight. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening. I want to just say this right up front all week long. This week's weather is crazy. Bonkers. Off the hinges. Not dangerous, just all over the place. I'll show you exactly what I mean in a moment. First of all, take a look. Currently, we're looking pretty decent right now. Actually, temperatures in the 50s. And believe it or not, today was actually a typical day, even though it may feel a little cooler to us. We will have temperatures falling back into the 50s with mostly cloudy skies and staying in the mid-50s. Just so you'll know, I mean, this is a pretty normal day, believe it or not. I mean, we had a high of 64. 62 is the normal high. A low of 47. 42 is the normal low. So right in there. But we do have small craft advisory that's in effect off of the Sussex County coast. And we also have an additional small craft advisory in effect from Ocean City all the way down towards Chincoteague, and high pressure and control of our weather for right now. We're going to literally go from a spring day to a summer day to a winter day to another spring day. Yeah, we're going to bounce back and forth so much that you really got to stick around so I can go ahead and pinpoint what days and how to dress. Back to you, Maddie.
Paul, thank you. Coming up this weekend, a cleanup for the Gordons Pond Trail. On Saturday, November 11th, the Friends of Cape Henlopen State Park will hold a cleanup that will focus on clearing brush and trash along the Gordon Pond Trail. Volunteers are asked to report at 8:45 a.m. at the pavilion at Rehoboth at the end of the trail there.
A study which addresses coastal storm risks in Sussex County has been put on hold. The Delaware Back Bay study was being conducted by DENREC and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. According to the Army Corps, the study is too expensive and technically challenging to continue. However, this move has upset people in Bethany Beach.
You just wonder if the legislators really care and if DENREC really cares, because if they really cared, they would want to invest the money to ensure that they can protect people and property and our agricultural land, which is so vital to the state.
The agencies conducting the study say a pause will help reevaluate the best course of action forward. The Army Corps and DENREC may pursue joint funding opportunities. In the meantime, Bethany Beach says it's asking people to send their feedback, asking for the study to happen.
Beaches in Ocean City, how to get involved in cleanups there this month.
And we are indeed expecting for it to continue to stay very clear for right now, but we're looking for the temperatures to change from day to day. It's going to seem like it's a different season every single day.
But first, cars lining up to receive donations from the Food Bank of Delaware. About how many people showed up at today's event, that's up next.
Before you celebrate your new home, protect your surfaces with HydroShield. HydroShield prevents unwanted stains from penetrating the surfaces in your home. Our eco-friendly formulas eliminate the need for toxic chemicals, protecting you and your family. You paid good money for your surfaces. Protect them with HydroShield. Call today for your free total home protection estimate. And relax, we have you covered.
Learn more about our total home protection at hydroshielddelmarva.com.
My aunt actually was a breast cancer patient at the Tunnel Center, and she was on one of the early breast clinical trials, and that got me really interested in oncology. So that's what I currently do now. I'm a research nurse, and I'm literally working my dream job. We're like the patient's primary nurse, their navigator, and the research nurse all wrapped up into one. We get to follow them through the whole journey. And so it's a really special bond that we get to have with our patients, and it's just a really special field. It's always advancing and growing.
Not everyone wants a big funeral. For those seeking a simple alternative, the Eastern Shore's most trusted family and funeral service offers another option. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Service is simple and affordable. A direct cremation tribute starts at just $15.95, or choose to have a small visitation service, serving Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia with easy consultation by phone and streamlined electronic documentation. Learn more at easternshorecremation.com. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Services. Simply respectful.
I'm Delaware Insurance Commissioner Trinidad Navarro. Many people have questions about Medicare and don't know where to start. The good news is there's a way to get answers. Delaware Medicare Assistance Bureau is a public service of the Delaware Insurance Department and helps people with Medicare deal with the complex and confusing health insurance system. DMAB offers free, local, one-on-one counseling and assistance to people with Medicare and their families. Call Delaware Medicare Assistance Bureau at 302-674-7364 today.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Today, DART began its Stuff the Bus event. The Food Bank of Delaware held its first drive-through pantry for the holiday season. The DART event will collect donations that will help fill shelves at local pantries, including the food bank. According to the Food Bank of Delaware, the mobile pantry alone distributed enough food for 1,500 households. About 60 volunteers are needed to hand out the trucks that are full of groceries. It's a resource that becomes even more necessary during the holidays.
We approach these Thanksgiving holidays and the upcoming winter holidays. We know that so many in our community need this assistance, so we're happy to be out here with an army of volunteers to make that happen today.
Donations for Stuff the Bus will be collected tomorrow at the Milford Walmart from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Also at the Food Bank of Delaware, the Food Bank will host its first ever high-stakes harvest later this month to showcase local foods. The event will be held Tuesday, November 28th from 5:30 to 8 at the Bones Restaurant and Lounge at the Harrington Raceway and Casino in Harrington. Proceeds from the evening will benefit the building of the new food bank facility there in Milford.
A new study published today by Duke University researchers shows sensitive personal information of thousands of U.S. military personnel is for sale online. That information can include home addresses and health conditions. The study claims that this information can be bought cheaply from so-called data brokers. The data could be bought for as little as 12 cents a service member.
Well, temps are all over the place for today and for tomorrow and the day after that. You know what? Depending on what day it is, it will change how you're going to have to dress. Your full forecast is coming up.
Gateway Subaru is committed to providing the best car buying experience on the shore. And now is a great time to own a new Subaru. Our team of friendly, knowledgeable professionals are here to assist you every step of the way. And with an amazing inventory of the latest Subaru models, we'll help you find the Subaru that suits your lifestyle and fits your budget. And right now, take advantage of financing rates as low as 0% on select models. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Costa Bath will provide you with exceptional customer service and a speedy time frame. I actually reached out to say, if you see me again and I look like a mermaid, it's because I'm pleased with my bathroom and I spend so much time in it.
Annual holiday extravaganza. During this special event, receive a bench, 2 grab bars, and a handheld shower head with the docking station for free. Plus, no payments, no interest until 2025. Call Coastal Bath today and keep your loved ones safe this holiday season.
Get covered from the rain with a free Coast TV umbrella. Simply enter at CoastTVumbrella.com for a chance to win. Then catch Coast TV News weekdays to see if you've won. Brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
It hardly ever snows at our house this time of year, which can be a big bummer. But I still check every day, just in case. My mom says never give up, because the holidays are full of miracles. And they are, especially with my mom.
You're always there for them, and we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
93.5 The Beach.
Nikki, what if I told you you could have new kitchen cabinets in the color you want before Christmas? Would you do it?
Yeah, my kitchen needs a refresh, but I have gifts to buy.
How about if you pay nothing for a year?
Now we're talking.
Plus, there's no messy tear out because Paul Davis can change the look of your cabinets with 5 layers of hardwood veneer in as little as 3 days with a lifetime warranty. Right now, we can install 10 more kitchens before Christmas. Plus, get $1,500 off and no payments for a year. Call Paul Davis to get your kitchen started today. Weather is brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling, the difference makers.
You know, the funny thing about the forecast, with all the number crunching I've done all afternoon and evening long, this is what it comes down to. Depending on how the wind blows, that's kind of how your day is going to go. I mean, it may seem a little flighty, but yeah, depending on the flow of the air, yeah, it's going to make a dramatic difference on how you feel outside this week. Right now, everything's coming out of the south, so we're feeling okay. Temperatures 56, for example, in Lewis at this present time, and 56 in Milton, 55 Georgetown, 57 degrees in Delmar, 59 currently in Seaford. Now, we've actually had a change. It's actually 4 degrees cooler in Georgetown than it was 24 hours ago and 7 degrees cooler in Salisbury. So legitimately, you may feel like we've gotten so cold all of a sudden, but today's high of 62 was actually 64, pardon me, was actually a couple of degrees above the norm for this time of the year. So this is actually a normal October day, but we won't stay that way. So we do have small craft advisories along the coast here, really the entire coast, but high pressure is the main feature here that will continue to keep it relatively clear, relatively quiet over the next few days. But it's that flow of air that's going to just make the temperatures go bonkers. For example, look at the observed highs we've had. We've gone all the way up to like 72 on Sunday and 64 for today. Now remember, these are numbers that are above the norm for this time of the year, but that's going to change like crazy because we feel like the 50s right now. But as you take a look at our forecast, Tuesday, the winds are out of the southwest, so we stay in the 50s throughout the day, and we go into the 70s in the afternoon. But because it's going to be cloudy, we won't go into the 80s. But if it weren't for the clouds, we would actually reach the 80s. Then notice how all the arrows come out of the north or at the top of your screen for Wednesday. This is that change of the winds I was telling you about. And then we start off in the 40s and feeling a little cooler than that. And then for the high, only in the 50s for Wednesday. And then the winds will shift out of the south again going into Thursday. So we go back and forth and back and forth. So if you want to rake the leaves, really, raking the leaves is not really a problem. It's going to stay dry, a little bit on the chilly side in some areas. And as you take a look at the 3-day beach forecast, you'll notice how we bounce around, like 68 on Tuesday, 60 on Wednesday, then back up to 68 on Thursday in Assateague, for example. Let me show you a couple of other examples. South Bethany is a great one. 73 on Tuesday for the high, then only 59 on Wednesday, Then Thursday, 71 degrees. We go to, for example, Dewey Beach. 73 on Tuesday for the high. Wednesday, a cold 59 degrees. Then on Thursday, a spring-like 71 degrees. Then we watch out for a chance of scattered showers going into Friday, according to our European models. So we're going to get a mix of just about everything except snow. So wait a minute, let's not even say that word. All right, 75 for the high, then 61, 76, then 55, and then this next weekend we stay low, but look at where we end up: 38, 35, 34. We don't need any precipitation right here, or we might have to start talking about, the S word.
All right, Paul, thank you. Coming up this month, Beach Heroes OC is organizing several cleanups throughout November that you can take part in. These cleanups will be held each Tuesday of the month from 9 to 10 a.m. Cleanup locations in Ocean City include 4th Street on November 7th, North Division Street on the 14th, Somerset Street on the 21st, and the Inlet on the 28th.
Coming up, menthol cigarette use in the U.S., how health organizations are trying to push for a federal ban. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
JoJo's in Salisbury serves fresh, homemade food in an upscale, family-friendly atmosphere. Enjoy delicious crab dishes like our colossal lump crab cakes or our creamy crab dip served in a fresh baked bread bowl and the best cream of crab soup in town. Try the new Pineapple Blast or wind down with our wine selection, beer on tap, and other cocktails. Have an event? Reserve your private suite or banquet room today. JoJo's Family Restaurant, where family dines together and dinner tastes better.
Late Night with Seth Meyers. Late nights on Coast TV.
Tonight, a legend joins The Voice.
Winona!
Queen of the house! For the epic 3-way knockouts.
Squeeze your butt. I do that when I hit high notes.
Yep, we're getting gems over here.
The Voice, new tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
You're solving a murder on a first date.
Isn't it romantic?
Thank you for doing this with me.
This is the most convoluted excuse a man has used to get me into bed. Very suave, Mercer.
The Irrational, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Life isn't always easy. Sometimes we need a little bit of help to work through life's more challenging problems. At Addiction Medical Facility, we are here for you, believing in your strengths to overcome any obstacle. Whether it's addiction to substance use disorders or mental health issues, there's hope for a better tomorrow. Together, we can tackle what is holding you back. Our medication-assisted treatment combines FDA-approved medication with counseling, offering a holistic approach tailored to your needs. Addiction Medical Facility. Together, we find hope and healing.
Feast on big winning at Ocean Downs with Thanksgiving. Every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, you can win $50 free play when playing with your card. Plus, everyone playing at your slot bank wins too. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
100.9% classic country plays real country.
We'll do the whole carpet in the whole house for $5.
Wait.
You didn't even know how to do this. I thought you did.
We are family owned and operated, but I don't think either of you are ready to install yet. At Matt the Carpet Guy, we have the best vinyl plank and carpet in stock, bringing our showroom to you so you can feel confident in the carpet you choose. Matt the Carpet Guy, flooring done right.
Sponsored by Ancient Art Stone, where countertops are always a work of art.
In your health news, dozens of health organizations took out a full-page ad on Sunday in the Washington Post in support of a federal ban on menthol in cigarettes and all flavored cigars. The ad read, quote, "The answer is clear. Saving lives starts by ending the sale of menthol cigarettes and all flavored cigars." It cited nearly 500,000 people killed by smoking them in the U.S. each year.
The practice of Tai Chi could help older adults boost their memory. As part of a study, participants took a test on cognitive function. The average score was 25, which meant they showed mild impairment. The study found that participants who practice a certain type of Tai Chi twice a week improved their score by 1.5 points after 6 months.
In regional news, the Maryland Historical Trust now accepting historical preservation loan program applications for the 2024 fiscal year. According to the Department of Planning, a maximum of $300,000 is available in funding. The purpose is to assist and encourage efforts to acquire and preserve historical properties in the state. Eligible applicants include nonprofits and local governments. Applications are due January 15th.
It is time to take another look at our Coast TV poll. We asked, will Biden be reelected? Take a look at the screen here. 40% say yes, 54% say no, 6% think it's too early to tell. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttvnews.com or on our mobile app. We'll have updated results on Coast TV News at 6.
Coming up, today marks National Nachos Day. It's my Christmas. The story behind the snack. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements, but is ready for the next storm? If it's time for a new roof, call Hershey Exteriors. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, we offer the industry's best warranty. Our roofs come with a Golden Pledge 50-year warranty on materials and a 25-year workmanship warranty that is backed by GAF. Call Hershey Exteriors, your trusted roofing pros, and get 0% financing for 12 months because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Let's face it, no one needs an injury lawyer unless you or a loved one have been hurt. Fighting with insurance companies for lost wages, unpaid medical bills, or worse, permanent injuries or funeral expenses. No one plans for that, except us. We are dedicated to helping people put their lives back together with every client and every case. Choose the right team. Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, Federico, Right Lawyers, rightnow.com.
At Just Comfort Shoes, the Birkenstock store, we love hearing your Birken stories.
We've traveled the world in our Birkenstocks.
Our whole family lives in our Birkenstocks.
Birkenstocks have been part of my life for over 20 years.
Locally owned and operated, Just Comfort Shoes is the only Birkenstock specialty store in Delaware, offering the widest selection and latest styles, including exclusive limited editions.
And we offer superior service and expert fitting.
Visit Just Comfort Shoes in our 2 Rehoboth Beach locations and start your Birken story today.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care, women's health services, to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
It is important to have a supportive employer in your corner, a company that offers on-site health care to save you time and money. That's right, access to a doctor's office while at work at no cost to you. Work schedules to fit your lifestyle, matched 401k to prepare you for retirement, paid vacation, and more. A company that you can count on and grow with. A company that you can have a career with. An employer like Amick Farms. Visit countonamick.com to apply today.
If Taco Tuesday might be one of your favorite days of the week, you might be happy to learn that today is National Nachos Day. According to history, a man named Ignacio Nacho Anaya first came up with nachos in 1943 after he cut up tortillas into triangles and topped them with cheese and jalapenos for a group who walked into the restaurant he worked in. The group just loved it, and they named the snack Nachos Special, and they're my favorite snack. So any local restaurant, I will order them when I'm there.
I'm sorry, I'm like you. I'm thinking, I'm getting hungry as we speak. All right, so we have a small craft advisory that is in effect on all the coastal regions of the entire Delmarva Peninsula, watching out for about 25-mile-per-hour winds. But aside from that, we're looking for the temperatures to ping-pong back and forth like crazy. 75 for Thursday. Then we're 61 for Wednesday, then back up to 76 on Thursday, Tuesday 75, Thursday 75. Then on Friday, we drop. The bottom just drops out of it, and we go into the 50s, and the overnight lows will be in the 30s.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition's up next.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.